Okay, so lads, we are back with another Berserk video to that live reaction and review of chapter 370. Now, as far as I can remember in the last chapter, what do you mean as far as I can remember? Everyone remembers what happened in that chapter, man. Literally everyone, or everyone that wasn't from the physical realm, got Thanos. And I still remember that chapter because the one of Isma, right? When it showed her, you know, just her clothes or something, Isidro holding her clothes, that panel got me shook. Like, almost like heartbroken, man, because that just felt so, like, unfair. Like, you know, she was a kid, she wanted to, you know, go on a journey with everyone, and next thing you know, could possibly be dead. But, you know, Danan's gone as well. I think the big question remains from this chapter. I know everyone's concerned with Guts right now, and understandably so, but Puck, he's the big if of this chapter, in my opinion. I think he got Thanos as well. Puck, in my opinion, got Thanos too, but I mean, it hasn't been official yet. It's not official. And I know there's, I always mess up her name, man. Evalira. They're talking about Shiok's Pixie. She possibly got Thanos too. But you know, if Puck got Thanos, like he's just disappeared as well, that is a massive factor in this, you know, in the story. He's an integral part of the whole series, so you know what? And I'm just rambling on, but without further ado, man, let's just get into it. So we got a nice, beautiful panel of Danan, Isma and Shieka just chilling, playing around. And it sucks because two of them are gone. Now this chapter is called Refugees from the Western Sea. For a while, peaceful days like this. As you can see, the panel right there, bro. That is a good freaking panel, man. That lasted like what, 3 days? But anyways. So, I guess we're on Roderick's ship right now. Oh my god. So they've managed to rescue Guts and everybody else. Guts is just completely collapsed. He looks dead, bro, but he isn't. Did hope for peace die with the Elf Island? Pretty much, bro, the way things have been, because, I mean, the entire, from like, what arc was it? I think it was right after the Lost Children stuff. Literally the end of that, so you could say around the start or just right before the conviction arc. Elfhelm was like, Elf Island, that was pretty much the main destination. Like, it was like 15 plus years up until that moment, and that lasted like 3 days? Yeah, man, crazy stuff. Oh, so no, Puck is still alive. What? I mean, I'm happy that Puck's still around, but I mean, I'm kind of shocked. It doesn't really make sense that he's still around, but still, we'll see what happens. Lady Farnese. So Farnese and Shirk is on the ship as well, so they're looking okay, but they look depressed as heck. Blah, blah, blah. And Evalira's fine as well. I apologize if I get her name wrong. Hers is like the one name that I you know, keep forgetting. What the hell's going on with these people, man? They look... Oh. Yeah, fair enough. I think they were humans that lived on the island, and, you know, they... Yeah. Pretty depressed faces right now. Give us a sec, man. I haven't really mentally prepared myself for the chapter yet. I mean, today's been a wild day, but yeah, I mean, this isn't gonna hit me until like after it's done. Yes, I think. Oh no. Oh my goodness. You can see Farnese just taking the blame for everything that happened. And even though it's not technically her fault, I mean, when Griffith just full on snagged Casca right from her arms, I mean, she did kind of do nothing, but yeah. Yeah, she's breaking down, man. Even a Sidro, man, you've never seen a Sidro look like that, bro. Look. Have you ever seen a Sidro look down like that? You haven't, have you? So everyone is just pretty much depressed. And now Farnese is shaking. Even Serpico, bro. The thing is, it's like, even though it sucks, like, it's Berserk in it. Like, this is literally Berserk in a nutshell. Oh, well, so we got Morda. She's on the ship too. Mulder, is that her name? Or Morda? I'm not even sure. So she is just taking Farnese somewhere. It's a bit weird. Not sure what to expect, man. Also, they're injured. Okay, so the other people, they're injured. They're not. Well, they don't look injured. I guess two of them are, but they look more depressed, in my opinion. So, yeah, the one who used the healing magic. Farnese's healing magic. Fair enough. But yeah, like, everyone is just, I mean, you can tell, like, the atmosphere in the air is just extremely negative and just, you know, all hope is lost. Because you need to also bear in mind that a lot of these people, like, well, the home was destroyed. So, I mean, what do you do in that setting? I'm not even reading the text, bro. What the heck? Whoa, whoa, whoa. Your friend was brought here, the one in black. But he was out of it. He kept gazing up and mumbling something. He looked like a broken man to me. Oh, man. Yep. He was probably mumbling Haska's name, innit? He seems to have settled down now, but I'm still wary. If that thing is left to go berserk, I don't think I need to tell you the consequences. What are they trying to tease? They're trying to tease Berserk. Berserk. Guts going all out in the Berserker armor, which again is very understandable. This chapter is like a bunch of what ifs, isn't it? Because that was always the main thing that we thought of, you know, after the whole thing would happen, like with Guts. And it was teased at the end of chapter 363, I believe, by, you know, that king, that elf king or whatever. I forgot his name as well. Gefrig was his name, right? Something about Guts, you know, letting the, you know, would you rather have like, what was it, like a breath of life? I messed that quote up, but like, there was like two options for Guts. He can either let the fuel like give him life, or it can burn through him like hellfire. I'll leave the wounded to you two. I'll go find Guts. Naturally, yeah. So Shirk is gonna. Oh my god, it's Sidro. Ah man, look at him. He's just shaking, bro. You see, this one, in my opinion, compared to the rest, Isidro, it doesn't feel right with me because you've never seen Isidro like this. So I feel like whatever happens here on, like from here on out, like Isidro's gonna probably go through some character development. Well, I'm hoping so, anyways. But yeah, because you've never seen him like this. A man's down, depressed, and you know. What happens when you got, you know, one of your best friends, literally you're grabbing her, trying to save her, and then she just disappears, vanishes. Alright, so Roderick's just making a speech. All the survivors are aboard, but we couldn't recover half of the cargo. No matter, that's more than enough. Let's sell quickly before some other disaster crops up. Guts went into those quarters alone. Not good. He's a special case. Guts. Answer me, don't do anything stupid. Where the heck did he go then? Sorry, this panel just got me a bit shook. He's literally in a room by himself. I mean, look, that speaks for itself, right? Page 13, he's literally in the room by himself. Just... I'm assuming he's not even blinking, he's just... Hold on a second. Oh no, he just collapsed. Oh, man. Oh yeah, you can't... this is not... Yeah. Both Guts and his sword just collapsed to the ground. Oh man, my man has lost all hope, man. Look at him. He just looks so exhausted, bro. Look at that panel, man. It's hard because we're not used to seeing him like this. I mean, the last time, in my opinion, that we saw him like this, in terms of just, you know, complete loss of hope and just... But, like, he looks tired, bro, like, mentally, physically, everywhere. But the difference between this panel and the rest is, like, you've always seen him get back up. There was always an excuse, there was always a reason for him to, you know, keep on moving, but now it's like... I'm not saying he's gonna give up, but it definitely looks like it. Like I'm saying, the last time I've seen Guts somewhat similar to this was when he was like a kid, trying to run away from, you know, Donovan, all of their little, you know, that mercenary gang. After Guts accidentally killed him, but even then, I guess, I mean, Guts still found the will to live, but I mean. And the will to keep going, but in this case it's like... Because he got the sword dropping too, so I'm not sure if that's supposed to symbolize something, you know? God, look at him, bro! All this time, when I couldn't depend on anything else, anyone else, when I had nothing, so now he's just having a flashback to when he was a mercenary as a little kid. So this is right before, not as a kid, but like, I think he was 15, right before he joined the Band of the Hawk the first time. And then that, you know, that panel of him just, well, that middle one there, I think that speaks for itself, right? So he's just reminiscing about the past. When I had nothing, I still had your strength to hold on to. So I guess, yeah, so it's just showing him holding his sword. Shout out to the art, by the way, man. The art looks amazing. You were all I had. That's it, and the chapter ends. Wow, that was pretty quick, wasn't it? Wasn't much to talk about, I guess, but yeah. I mean, a bit of a... I mean, I kind of expected this to happen anyways, so it's not like a big shock to me, but I mean, seeing Guts like this is a bit... I'm trying not to show as many panels as I can, just in case, but... I mean, the last panel, his soul's just flat on the, you know, flat on the floor. And Guts is just... Bro, I'm not sure if he's gonna give up, man. He might give up. I mean, he's not gonna give up, but I mean, just we've never seen him like this, isn't it? Because you need to also think like, look, from I keep saying it, just right before the conviction arc, someone can fact check me on this, but right before that, Elf Island was the main goal. That was always the goal, and then he achieved it. He actually achieved it. He beat all the odds, and I talked about it in the last video. That everything that he went through. There was one specific chapter where it was like more things were coming at him, and then more and more. It was when he was trying to rescue Farnese, right? From the well, not rescue her, but bring her back. And in that specific chapter, it was just like an example of how for example, Guts had to fight Serpico, and he wasn't fully healed, I think. And then he fought all of those freaking Cushion tigers or whatever. Then he fought one of those sea monsters, and then he fought a whole bunch of sea monsters. Then he fights freaking Deba of all people, and then Deba summons some freaking water-like thing from Ocarina of Time, and then my man fights freaking Ganishka, and then Zod comes. Like, bro, this guy, like, and this is me talking about one chapter. But all of that, for example, and then to get to his destination, and then just to have it ripped away, bro. I mean, just going back through the chapters right now, there's not much to take. I mean, besides the fact that Puck and Evelira, keep getting her name wrong. I'm not even sure what her name is anymore, but they're definitely alive now. So yeah, but I'm surprised. I thought Puck would be a bit more shook, because again, it was his home, so his home was destroyed. But I guess I don't think there's going to be much emphasis on that going forward. And I guess Morda, she's going to have a significant role going forward into this, because yeah, she's been shown a lot in this chapter. Farnese is broken as well. She's putting everything on herself, blaming everything on herself. She's gone to heal the rest, and we haven't heard a word from Isidro, so I mean, he's also someone that's going to be broken, or is broken in a sense, because in fact, I'm not even sure. I think this could be one of those few chapters, or maybe the only chapter, where Isidro hasn't said a single word, despite him being shown. Could be wrong, but there is a lot to take from this chapter, but the art looks amazing. I'll say that. But yeah, this is just a very depressing chapter. I mean, everyone's just depressed. To see Guts like this, man, is just insane. I'm just replaying, or going back to page 13 and forward. So I think this is an indication that Guts isn't going to go and let the Berserker armor like fully take over. I think he really is just a broken guy, like Morda said. Like, what's going to bring him back up? Like, he doesn't know what to do anymore. This is just... like, bro, oh God, how could he see him like this, man? So he's full on collapse. Like, it's symbolism, isn't it? Because it's just showing Guts and his sword, right? So the sword is like there and Guts is here. And then they both collapse at the same time. And then Guts is just pretty much saying... hold on. Yeah. Just pretty much when all hope was lost, he had a sword. But I guess Guts is also referring to Casca, because she was the source of his strength going forward. And now... yeah. That's really it. There's nothing much more to say. I mean, you look at this last panel here. You just see the sword flat on the ground. So... that could mean a lot of things. There's a lot of things to interpret from this. There's a lot of things that you can gather. But it just, again, leads to all the what ifs. I mean... yeah. To be fair, he's not even touching the sword either, is he? So this could mean a lot of things. But I think it all leads to a possible sign of Guts maybe giving up. Like, it's not officially confirmed, but I mean, this is kind of teasing it, isn't it, when you think about it? And then it ends with a faint light lost in the dark. And we're not going to get a chapter until the 9th of December, so that is a long time away. I don't think there's anything more that needs to be said, to be fair. I mean, I think anyone could just look through all of these pages and it's pretty much self-explanatory. Like, you've just never seen this side from some of these characters. So, yeah, I guess I'm gonna end the video. I mean, there isn't a lot that I can say. I mean, if I was to give my predictions for, chapter 371, I honestly don't know. I don't know. I think what might happen is, I mean, because they're on sea again, something might come up, like maybe another monster or something or whatever, but Guts isn't gonna like participate whatsoever because he sees literally no point in, like, there's no point in fighting anymore. So I think going forward, I think this is what I believe is gonna happen. I don't think he's gonna succumb to the Berserker armor. I think this is just him at his lowest moment, and now it's gonna be the time where I think Guts is just a broken man right now. Like, yeah, you could say he's given up, but I just think that in the next few chapters, or my hypothesis is going to be his friends, his new companions, trying to support him and bring him back up. I don't see any other way, because you see what Guts has done for them. So now it's, it just makes sense for them to give him that same light that he gave to all of them. So I think this is just going to be one of those things where they kind of rebuild that motivation, that flame to keep them going. But there is a lot that you can draw from this chapter or the series going forward. I have no idea what to expect, but otherwise, that was my live reaction and review. Again, I expected a lot of this stuff to it made sense, It's kind of obvious. I mean, who wouldn't react this way, And even the other people in the chapter, like, it's obvious that you would react that way. It's natural to, with the stuff that happened. But yeah, Berserk is in a very interesting position right now in terms of where the series is heading. But yeah, it is very uncomfortable seeing Guts in a situation like this, man. Not situation, sorry, but the expressions on his face. It just, yeah, it's a side that you haven't seen before. Like, again, I keep saying it, but I mean, it's this panel, bro. Like, that is just, because when Guts is normally at his lowest, he is pissed to the core. But this, you see how I mentioned about those two outcomes that Gefrig was telling Guts, that I mentioned in chapter 363 or 62. The ending. Basically, you can use the motivation to either give him life or give himself life, or use it as, I'm just waffling, bro. I'm not even sure what I'm saying. But those two outcomes, basically, you can keep living. You can keep going in a healthy way, or he can just basically be pissed again. But this is him when he's empty. Like, he's neither pissed nor is he just kind of accepting the way things are. Like, I can't put it into words, but just if you go back to the end of that chapter 363, I mean, he had those two options basically. Like, you can either still be pissed and succumb to vengeance. There we go. Finally found my freaking words. He can either succumb to vengeance, or he can just choose to protect everybody else. So something along the lines of, the I gotta go back to that chapter, bro. But yeah, those are the two outcomes, and now he's just empty, man. Like, now he's just completely soulless and empty. That's the way it looks. We've never seen him like this one bit. But yeah, I'm gonna end the video here. I mean, there wasn't much I could say, but yeah, I'll see you all for chapter 371, I guess, man. Hope you lot enjoyed the review. I also do have a Twitch where I can talk about Berserk a little bit more. I just haven't been able to do it recently because of just how busy I've been. I mean, today was a weekend, and today was like busier than most of the days I'm in for lectures, so yeah, but yeah, pretty quick chapter to be fair, but that's my live reaction and review. Um, if you like this sort of stuff, I mean, you can. I've never said this before, I think. Drop a like, comment, and subscribe and all that kind of stuff, but nah, man. But I'm just curious. I mean, if there is anyone watching, let me know your thoughts. Let me know if there's anything that I missed out, or give me your predictions for the upcoming chapter, or what you think is going to happen coming in the, coming forward. What did you take from this chapter? Yeah, and that's really it. Kind of not to say, but otherwise, hope you take it easy, man. Stay blessed and keep struggling.